Hello friends, welcome to part 2 of short-term online course on exploring pointers in C. Now today we'll go to the declaration of pointer variable. Now before going to this particular, I have a one I have a one simulation that I need to show here. So let me go to the Dev C++. So now in the last session we saw that how to print the address of an variable and value of that variable. Now slightly I have one more printf statement I'll try to put. So I'll copy this line where I try to obtain the value of now I. So value of I can be obtained in another way, that is here. I'll close this. What does it mean? I'm trying to fetch so this is ampersand I. What is ampersand I? It is nothing but address of my variable I. So now I'll put star. So what does the star stands for? The star stands for value at this particular address. Now let us check whether the second printf and the third printf statement will give me the same answer or not. I should compile and run. Compilation and run process. Okay, now you observe that what did you observe here? So the first statement is about address. The second printf statement is I am trying to print the variable content, that is I, the value of I. And the third one is again I wrote ampersand I, then I put a star. What does it mean? Ampersand I means address, star indicates value at this address. A value at this address is nothing but 4, right? So the another way of representing the content that is present in the variable is through star in ampersand. And here my next concept starts with. So that is declaration of pointer variable. So whenever I wrote in the previous session, we got to know that it is quite wrong where I tried to declare ampersand x is equal to 7, which is not the way to represent any variable, as it is not a variable. So it is an operator. Now here I make a simple change that I write ampersand x, which is nothing but the address of variable x. Here in this case I declared int x equal to 5, where x is a, so let me take you to the visualization through the memory. So this is nothing but there exists a memory. So this value is, this memory name is x and the content is present here, it is 5, right? So now what is ampersand x? It is nothing but some address. Let me assume that the address is 1000 in this case. Okay, now ampersand x, I am trying to feed it to variable x. So now j. What is j? J is nothing but another variable. J is nothing but another variable which is trying to store the address of a variable x, which is pointing to an integer. So now I need to declare this j, is it not? So what is j here? J is nothing but a special variable which is storing the address of another variable. So hence j is called as pointer variable, which is a special type of variable, which is nothing but a pointer variable. So I'll declare j as a star j as a integer because j is storing an address of a variable, and that variable is pointing to integer. Hence j is a pointer variable pointing to an integer. So this is how we should read. So here in this case x is nothing but a variable which contains the data 5, and let us assume that its date address is 1000. Now this 1000 is nothing but a, how do we write, %x. So this is nothing but %x. Now I store this in another variable j, and what j contains? J contains the address of x, that is 1000, and j must be having some address, right? So that is 2000. Here it is again a assumed value. Now what is j? So the point is very clear. J is a pointer variable which is nothing but a special variable which holds the address of another variable, and it is called as pointer pointing to an integer data type. Now the meaning of star. What is the meaning of star here? See, j stores the address of another variable, but what is the meaning of star j? So star j stands for value at that address. So I told you that, so ampersand of x, right now we saw the output, that's why I purposefully I showed you that particular simulation. So star j or star ampersand x or star, which means that ampersand x gives me the address of this variable, followed by, when I write star, it gives me the content that is present in the x. Now this thing is as good as writing star j, is it not? What is j? J is nothing but ampersand x. It stores the address of this x, and now this star indicates value at this address. So hence this meaning of star is value at that address. Next, we will go next slide. Okay, now here is a one program where this is an effort made you to this is an effort to make you understand about the importance of ampersand operator and to print the content through the pointer variable. Okay, now here is a one such program. So you need to understand one point very clearly, that here I is equal to 4, which means that there exists a I and the content is 4. Now there exists a one more thing, that ampersand of I. So let me assume that this address is 1000. Okay, now this is going to be stored in j. So I should consider a one more memory block, and the memory block is j. J is not an ordinary variable, it is a special variable which is storing the address of another variable, that is I. So this value is going to be stored in another variable. Now what is star j? Star j is nothing but, star j means this. So this is star j, right? Content of that particular address. Now how do you print the address? So first printf statement. So if I want to print the address of variable I, so this is already you got to know how to print this first statement. Second statement. The second printf statement gives me address of I, is it not? Because what is j? J is nothing but, we have initialized the j to ampersand I, and here the one more very important point, let me go to the previous slide. See here, this is called as pointer declaration. Int star j is called as pointer declaration, and it is called as, whenever you declare the pointer, make sure that you try to initialize before you use that particular pointer variable. I repeat this point, whenever you try to write this, so it is nothing but a pointer declaration. Whenever you want to use this particular variable, that is the pointer variable, you must be initialized that particular pointer variable. Now, in this case, again, the second statement, coming back to this slide, in this case, the second printf statement say you need to print the j. What is j? J is nothing but it is initialized with address of another variable, that is I. What is address of I? 1000. Where it is going to be stored? It is in j. Hence, what is the output of the second printf statement? It is nothing but 1000. Okay. So in this case, here we are trying to assume the addresses. That's it. So the same address is not, may occur or may not occur while the simulation. So here also it is 1000. So first and second printf statement should give me the same answer. What about third printf statement? It give me the address of this. So let us assume if the address of j is 2000, so now it will give me the address as 2000. That's it. Is it not? Okay. Now we'll go for printing the value of those variables. Now, which are the variables that we have used? I. Now let us see how I am trying to access the variable content. Now this is the straightforward printf statement to print the variable of I. The second one is, as you already saw, even this particular printf statement. So where ampersand is giving me the address and star is always pointing to the value at that address. And the another variable is star j. What is star j? It is nothing but it tries to store the value of at this address. So this is how you can go from right to left. So you will get j first, right? What is j? J is nothing but address of another variable. Okay. Now you have in front of that you have star. What is this star? So go to this address and go to this address, and in that particular address you look into the content. That is what the meaning of star, value at that address. Okay. Now let us see the simulation result of this, whether we will going to get all the three values with respect to same answer or not. So let me copy this program and I'll paste here. Okay. Now here first and second printf statement should give me the same address. Third is different address, third printf statement. And with respect to printing the values, all the three printf statement must be the same value, right? It is taking some time here. Okay. Somewhere else it gone wrong. Okay, I'm sorry, I have not written the input output hash include 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 stdio dot h, right? Okay, this was missing, so it was giving me an error. Probably now there will be no error as such. Yes. Yes, now the program is error free. Let me run the program. Okay, now here you can observe the first and second printf give me the same address, that is 62fe1c, 62fe1c, but the third printf statement is different because I am trying to print the address of my pointer variable j. So hence 62fe10. If you observe the content of variable, it is I is nothing but 4, and percent of I star is nothing but a value of that address. It is again a 4. J is nothing but a pointer variable where J is assigned to ampersand I, and it is consisting of star, hence value at that address is nothing but a value of I. So I think you got to know how to print the address of the same variable through the pointer variable, address of a pointer variable, and at the content of the variable through the pointers. Okay, so with this, let me stop here. Again, I will come up with the next important topic. So after this declaration, we'll go for the declaration of variables, and we have some interesting questions to coming in the coming slides. So wait for the next session. Keep watching the videos, and please subscribe. Thank you.